looks to be having technical problems because for whatever reason it just stopped recording midway. Not even sure if I'm still live right now, actually. See, I'm live right now. For whatever reason, the stream just stopped on its own. I don't know if that's because I attacked my microphone by accident and it caused the whole computer just to stop working. Test the audio real quick. It says the bitrate should be 5,000. Okay, I thought I dropped it down to 5,000, unless it just reset itself. All right, so the audio's working now. I don't know why I just cut off the stream by accident or on its own. It was still recording in OBS, but for whatever reason, and I have too many things playing right now, but it just stopped recording. Like, it was still recording, but when I looked back on the YouTube and the Twitch pages, it was not recording anymore on those ends. So technology, you gotta love it when it doesn't work. But I don't even know how much was captured then. I'll check the playback. But where we last left off, wait, let me try this out. No, I'm not, I'm gonna do that later. But where we last left off, I was fiddling with the effigy system, or the effigy items, and originally I thought swapping out the effigy would cause you to have the health pool of your shell that you had prior to swapping. What I come to realize is that when you swap effigies, unless it's like you got to familiarize yourself with it so it doesn't do that, you lose like 90% of your HP. So if I'm like this, I'm maxed out and I'm just burning items right now, as long as it's building up towards something, so it's not a complete waste. But if I swap over to Haros, for example, I'm at full HP, I use it, and now I'm at like 90% of my health. So that's dumb, for one. I feel as though swapping shells, what should happen is that since the HP system is, you know, one has more than the other, if I swap from Haros to, or Edrom to Haros, since he has more HP, it should go as far as Haros's HP. So then when I swap over from Haros to Edrom, then it should just stick to how much HP I had with Haros, if that makes sense. Not, okay, I go from having 100, so I'll put on this, if it, that should make sense, but you know, if A is 100 and B is 50, then if I swap over to B, the most I should lose is that 50, because that's the max amount of B. And if I swap over to A, then I should have 50 because that's what's left over. Not if I swap over to A from 100 and then swap over to B, which is 50, I only have 20. Weird math, I know, but that's actually what I'm dealing with right now when it comes to, and I feel fast like this, so there's that. But that's kind of dumb, I will admit. I know there's a familiarity system, I can't talk, so maybe that's where it'll come into play, where like, oh, you maxed out the effigy of both of them or all of them, so now you don't lose your health. But initially, up to that point, it kind of makes using the effigy pointless, unless you're like, oh man, I got my ass beat by this boss, let me go back to, I spawn back to her, I forget her name each time, so she could heal me up. Let me just use the effigy on her instead and then heal up afterwards, right? But it kind of just takes away from the ability to use it on the field, as to say, like, maybe you're dealing with a tough enemy that's just a tough enemy and not a boss. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there before. But now you're dealing with a tough enemy and you can't swap out your shells without losing your entire HP, so you're kind of stuck with either using it at the bonfire or don't use it at all, or use it, take the L, or be a master pro and parry like a boss between shell swaps. So that kind of just adds on to the whole issue I have with, damn, I can't swap my shells unless I'm back at the catacomb area. You know, like, yeah, you can, I guess, but if you do, you kind of screw yourself over. So that is pretty annoying. I'm just getting combo right now. And then I get stuck on the environment. Getting stuck on the environment is really annoying me. Like, it's the small ledges that won't let you move over them that this doesn't make sense sometimes. So yeah, list of issues I had with this game: swapping shells, no appealing way of swapping shells for one. The only one is going back to the crypt, and that's far. Seeing how far I have to travel all the way back. Like, if you start a dungeon, from the looks of it, you're kind of SOL. Do the thing. Here we go. So that's annoying. Swapping weapons, as far as I know for now, you have to go all the way back to the church or whatever, where the slave guy is, to do with the helmet, to swap your weapons. So I feel as though, yeah, they're unique, but to me, I feel is allowing the player to carry all your weapons to swap out for the right situation would be better. Now, hopefully, I'm just missing out on something, and get off this way. But hopefully, I'm just missing out on something, and it is like, oh yeah, no, you actually can't swap on the spot. You just haven't unlocked the ability yet. I hope that's the case, because for now, I'm kind of just like, okay, I gotta go all the way back to the base just to swap weapons. Anybody else trying to jump on me? And this is where I'm like, the AI just doesn't seem to work sometimes. Like, you just walk right past me unless he's like blind. I still have to figure out the use of this poison mushroom. Probably just go to the base and then consume them back to back. That's definitely what you do. I was about to say, don't eat me through the rock. I'm pointing myself. Kind of wish these traps were still here now that the enemies have been swapped around. It's a skeleton. How you doing, Jim? Not entirely sure why I just used that mushroom when I'm about to go talk to old girl. Tainted nectarons. So do I not consume it, or am I just gonna take damage until I do consume it and get familiar with it? Hello, demon frog. So soft bomb. Oh my gosh. Damn it. Alright, now I'm finally back. Now I can swap out weapons. Shells. Yeah, so swapping them out at the crypt allows you to trade without losing your health. Even heals you. So, well, there's that at least, but I just feel like Haros is faster than the one that looks like he's a rogue and running light.
Taste the...
So what I'm gonna do right now is just spam these real quick and get familiar with them. Wait, what does it do? Gain immunity to poison damage for 120 seconds. Okay, so I guess that's useful. I say I guess. At least those suicide frogs won't be a pain in the ass no more. Wait, so does this mean they don't poison me anymore?
Yes.
Because I was kind of hoping to get the, where's it, gain 20% chance? No, not that. Striking a poison enemy increases the chance of passage will trigger. Gain bonus damage with low stamina. Sprinting doesn't consume stamina. Taking poison damage heals for a portion of the damage which you have been dealt. So we kind of got two conflicting systems here. It's like I can negate poison, but my master plan was to eat the shrooms, become poison, and then heal off the shrooms, and I can't do that apparently. Speak with the Thestus. Hello, sir.
That stench.
Bro, I swear I showered.
You've brought the fog with you.
Something else.
You reek of revered fluid, stranger.
What do you mean by that?
But you were not a... You stink of violence.
I had to do what I had to do.
Good riddance, I say. May they all rot, along with the sickness they spread. Perhaps we may have an accord.
Honda Accord?
Depraved creatures hide in this mist, feeding, but it's not flesh and blood they delight in. They devour glimpses, reveling
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
kind of just cuts off right there.
savoring the raw emotion.
Moving from line to line isn't as
Yes,
transition's not that great.
as do I. If you can part with them, then the fog will come and go as you please.
So let me see if this is what he was asking for. Just got to ring the bell. Yeah.
Found it. The sacred land. I knew you would.
Cancerous mass.
No. It's a fragile vessel for the divine. The devout squander these gifts, letting them rot. They dwell in the revered temples, but waste what remains of their precious. You must endure another temple. Once you return with another sacred land, I will infuse your tarnished seal with another gift.
Infusion tarnished seal, equipment upgrade. Seal infusion knotted. The old prisoner has infused your seal with some of the true nectar he extracted from the knotted gland. When empowered by resolve, your repulse will bend time to your will. Parry, empowered repulsed. So what? I slow down time? Try this out instead. Let's give it a try then. Glad the bells kind of stopped because that was kind of getting annoying. Well, so going back to the whole healing system, apparently since I swap out seals, you kind of have to now choose between one or the other. So that kind of brings you back to, man, I wish I had a dedicated healing item for healing. Or let's see how this works. That's cool. Wait, but do I deal damage to them? I fucked up. That was me. Yeah, you deal damage. The way he just like acts scared and then just turns back to being nonchalant. Nice. Need to see if there's any upgrade locations while I'm here. So let me do something real quick. All right, I'm back. I had to swap headphones because my other pair were dying and want to keep giving me that low battery warning. All right, so the weapon stash is upstairs. Is there an upgrade table over here? Yeah. Okay. I need to find a molten spike. With the right tool, you should be able to repair this. Repairs requires tools. Alright, I'm gonna look over the skill trees for each of them one more time. Kinda wish I could jump out from here. Because I kind of go back and forth with using Haros because he has a good amount of resolve meter. And his HP isn't trash per se, but then Solomon, I think Solomon has a little bit more health. Okay, Solomon might be a little bit better then. Let's move his speed. Okay, he hardens some backsteps as well. And Haros is, maybe I'm just, it feels like he's faster. It feels like he's the fastest, maybe. Just let me see what skills he's got available.
Yes.
So with him, killing 2 enemies in quick succession resets your harden cooldown. The hardening effect isn't that slow to begin with, so I don't really see the benefit. Oh, I mean, like the major use of it. Sure, every now and then if I can weaken 2 guys and kill them at the same time, then, but most of the time just use harden and then back off to safety. Hardening causes his stamina to refill. I mean, I could see that. Cooldown is reduced, so that'll be useful just because hardening is so good. For a short time after hardening, enemies killed have a chance to drop additional glimpse, so that's a pretty good skill to invest into when it comes to just trying to get as much glimpse as possible. Gaining a glimpse has a chance. Not a fan of the chance of healing there. And I've already purchased that. Or is that exclusive to Haros? That's a chance for enemies to drop additional glimpse on death. So yeah, creation of yearning would be pretty useful, along with the other skill that does the same thing but with a different requirement. But yeah, he does feel faster when it comes to sprinting, which is weird considering like the assassin class looks like he would be the lightest. Somehow missed. In terms of which weapon I prefer, kind of like the weapon art of the hammer sickle, because I've had instances where I try to do the stab attack and I go right past it, so the tracking isn't that great. Alright, just straight up missed like that. Almost wish I had. Bro, just die already. Decent place to just farm some tar or nectar, char, whatever. Alright, so let's see what Solomon has in terms of skills. Just running by myself one more time.
Don't overindulge.
Yes, of course. Killing an enemy with an Empire repulse has a chance to restore all resolve. That sounds pretty useful. Gain a small amount of resolve when being struck while hardened. I can see the use of that. Just to keep on the pressure. Accretion of endurance. Solomon has a chance to heal on using an item ability to slay an enemy. So I'm guessing my weapon skill. When holding a sacred gland, Solomon gains 25 maximum health. When not holding a gland, Solomon gains 1 maximum resolve segment. Okay. Solomon becomes familiar with items more quickly and gains a glimpse on reading lore for the first time. Talking to NPCs gains a segment of resolve. So do I just spam conversation? I ain't gonna do that. I just feel like I should probably get this accretion of foresight so I can just level up faster. Especially, I think in this case it would be a situation of he would be the last person to level up, because if it works the way I'm thinking, if I use the FG with, you know, Haros, and then I come back here, swap over to Solomon, use Haros, go back and forth. That's Aerodrome, I know. And just do the same thing. Am I saying it correctly? Aerodrome? Yeah, Aerodrome. And just go back and forth, use him as the item spam, whatever I'm trying to say. So with that being said, Tar, Glimpse of Oblivion. You okay, man? Shivering a little bit. Glimpse of Truth. 15. Wow. Okay. Ah, shit, but dumps it all on one character. That's the sucky part. Alright, become more familiar and gains a glimpse on reading lore for the first time. So I'll need that.
How could this be a story of a man with my name? He bears the same scars, shares in the same desires, even finds the same tablet. Can it be called history? if it's written by a being that sees the future as readily as the past.
All right, so let's see how well this works, and if it works at all, actually. So let me go towards effigy. So I'm use. We're at 2, 4, 5. I'm guessing, hoping to get a +2 from this. Oh no, it's maxed out. Never mind then. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So now that it's maxed out, what does it do? Summons aerodrome through astral conversions. The shell takes less harm if the user of the effigy is familiar. So I just get a natural damage reduction? Is that what it's trying to... Look that up real quick. Let me okay, does anyone know the familiar, blah blah? Probably got enough FGs for shell that so does that have a passive? FGs cost health to use. Being familiar makes them cost less health. It confused me. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. So apparently people are saying it costs, since it costs health, so kind of what I assumed earlier with it'll cost less to use the effigy. Let's see if that's the case then. This is my last one, but that's barely any difference, but sure. I want to say it's better than nothing, I guess, but instead of being left with 2% health, you only have 5%. I don't know. So yeah, kind of what I expected, but I was kind of hoping for a lot more health to be maintained, because the initial cost is so crazy to begin with. Having the reduction, I don't know. So what do I want to do next? Kind of want to swap over to Haros, do a quick little speed run to pick up some mushrooms, and nitpick here. I kind of wish I didn't have to do that animation every time I picked up a body. So I kind of hope I can... The only thing it did was poison resistance, so I got 23 of those poison resistance. Alright, actually, since... Oh, damn it, I ain't gonna do that. Since I had the poison, let me go down that hallway with the frogs. Did I miss this the last time? The first time through? Or is this new? No, I already used this, I think. It's showing me someone on the ridge. How do I get up there though? It's not this one. It looks to be someplace else. So yeah, I'm gonna go down this section here. Let me go ahead and pop this room. Still, I expect to still take like a little sneeze damage when the frog runs into me, but it's better than also being poisoned, I guess. Oh shit, I killed both of them with that. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was just using it to tank the damage from the guy in the corner, but hey, that's a win in my books. Use poison string one more time. Alright, I really hope this giant frog doesn't explode at me. Or can I talk to frog? Feed Gorf. Have a rat. I'll think of a way to entertain you next time. So wait. Can you hear it? Ah, the music of the night. You appreciate it, unlike the shallow layabouts around here. So, is the music kicking in because of what I just fell? Ugh, ah. Yeah, so I gotta do a better job chaining my lights and heavies, because it really does help a lot transitioning the attacks to another. So I'm gonna ignore these guys. I'm glad you have iframes on that, because it was like doing a super long animation just to get smacked out of it. Robert. You know, I'm not too a fan of the ambient sound at the moment. Like, it's less unsettling and more annoying than anything right now. It's like, our FG did summon Haros. Oh, max that out. No, I'm thinking of airdrum. So weird. I'm not a fan of dudes just popping out of nowhere. The way he just like recoils back when he does the attack is kind of hilarious. You'll be okay, man. You'll be fine. Just shit. Let me flip him over. No, he dissolved. He dissolved into the water. Never mind. He wasn't water resistant. Okay. Gritty slurry nectar. Yeah. Now, seeing how much I can get from these glimpse items, I kind of don't like the idea that glimpses are character specific. I know they cost a crap ton, so it's like, oh yeah, you spend 20, but some skills could cost up to 20 to use. But now it's like, dang, I kind of want to get that 1 point in with Edrom since he's closest, but I don't want to drop 20 on him, because then yeah, I can't really use him anywhere else. Alright, so I'm try using jump attack to lead in. It's kind of better as it carries the momentum. That was cool. Ah, shit. I could do drop down attacks. Or is that only a light attack thing? Does he grip the sword by the blade and just swing the hilt? Yeah. That's an interesting way to use the sword. I don't think I've ever seen someone grip the blade and smash someone's face in with the hilt. I feel as though you would be hurting yourself more. I guess if you're wearing a full suit of armor, then it won't be as bad, but that's still, it's kind of weird. Damn it. Yeah, I feel so. This is the only time having the, I forget who the character was, but kill multiple enemies to get like a stack of glimpses would really benefit the most. Stab him in the crotch. I'm sorry, bro. Alright, so now I'm trying to figure out where to go next. That route around the frog was a dead end. Okay, I kind of wish this music was playing because it really is just, it's like the unpleasant grindy sound, not like, oh man, it's atmospheric, it's creepy. Oh no, it's just really annoying because there's nothing creepy about this section or unsettling. It's just stuck in my ear now. I guess the next thing is to go find the rest of the items, but I really need to figure out where the items are so I can upgrade my weapon damage. Part of me wants to try to do the time stop parry, but part of me also doesn't want to get knocked on my ass. Rather just use the hardened skill and just insta kill him. Or get knocked out of my shelf like that. Hey, thank you. Yeah, the amount of damage I can put in with my weapon skill versus stopping time, I think I would rather use the weapon skill. Unless it works on the boss or something. Even then, I'd rather just harden and then weapon skill. Not even harden, since you have iframes on your weapon skill, just weapon skill. So parry, waste a meter, and then go from there. Alright, now the other question I kind of had when it comes to using effigies is that, does it give me like my second life or something like that? No, it doesn't. So I should have expected that, but I had to try anyway. So let's, you know, while I'm here, I'm just gonna spam these effigies so I can level them up, the familiarity to them. I still feel as though swapping shells just doesn't really have any major benefits versus how much they cost. Because one of the things, just to pause for a second, Nomo, it's called the murder stroke, I think. Hi, Nomo, I'm sorry I ignored you, bro. I was over just monologuing to myself. I don't know if you're still here. But one of the issues I'm having with the shells is like the differences between them just doesn't really feel significant enough in a beneficial way to really make you rethink which one you want to take out and use. You know, maybe if one was the tank, one was the archer character, the other was a really heavy focused assassin that gets the most off of your parries, and then the fourth was a mage, that would be pretty useful, but losing 90% of my health just to swap shells when I'm not at the crypt doesn't really have any major benefits. So, but how you doing, bro? It's been a minute.
Don't overindulge.
But I wanna. All right, chance to heal on a weapon skill. I got 14, so I might as well just dump that real quick.
Though you hide behind that mask, I know you far better than I ever knew him. You've shown me a second path.
Yeah.
Do you hear that? Hope is a funny thing you've kindled in me. A little yarn we spin, but perhaps it may yet come true.
That's a possibility. All right, so I maxed out Haros or Airdrome, so let me use Teal's effigy. Swap back over. And shit, I ain't want to do that. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons right now. Use Teal's one more last time. Oops. So now I'm familiar with that. Maxed out. And trade back over. And now we're just missing Haros. And then the last one is Solomon. Yeah, since Solomon doesn't gain a bonus, I could just use that instead of swapping over, but that's kind of a waste of resources. Granted, spamming it on the spot really doesn't do anything. Okay. So I want to test out real quick how much I doubt it's anything worthwhile. So I got all this HP on me right now. And now that I'm familiar with Haros' shell, or did I run out? Ah, that's all I'm at. Right, ran out. No. So how much health do I get out of this massive HP bar I got here? Then I use it. You still lose so much, like you lose so much health from swapping shells. It feels pointless to do so, honestly. Alright, with that being said, I'm trying to figure out who I should use then.
Yes.
So one more time, let's look over what his skill set is. Small amount of resolve when being struck while hardened. And then talking to an NPC. I got 12, so I could just spend it on. Durations of time, enemies remain hardened when you separate from Solomon is increased. Wait, why do I have to buy recollection of strength? Wait, I'm pretty sure I already have kick available. Okay, no. So the kick, I thought the kick was across all the classes, but I guess not. Since it's like a skill, which almost doesn't make sense to me, because it's a skill that's just consistent across all classes, but you have to re-unlock it. Like, I understand unlocking unique passives, you know, separately, but when it's a skill that's used between all of them, or just shared between all of them in the sense of that it's the same skill in the same skill tree, I kind of feel like having to unlock it again is kind of dumb. That's good. You're good, bro. That's good to hear, man. I was thinking about picking up Splatoon myself, but I kind of go back and forth with like, dang, I play too much Destiny as it is, and I'm playing this so I could try to get through that before Callisto Protocol comes out. But I have a friend of mine telling me to pick up Splatoon as well, so I might pick it up either next month or January. No promises on that, but I'm going back and forth on whether or not I want to grab it. But let's see. Chilling like a villain, drinking penicillin. All right, I think I'll stick with Haros. I got about the same HP as Solomon, just less resolve.
Yes.
Okay, killing 2 enemies, quick succession. Harden lasts twice as long as upon being hardening lasts for twice as long upon being broken. Okay, I can see the use behind that. Some enemies will combo me even as the harden. They don't bounce off the harden, so they'll keep welling on me. So that could be useful. Short time. Gain glimpse has a chance to restore some health. Adds a chance for enemies to drop additional glimpse on death. And then harden resolve. If I'm being honest, I don't know what I said if I'm being honest, but Solomon's probably the best. Or I'm leaning more towards Solomon. Gain extra familiarity with items. Killing with a weapon skill. I'm assuming that's what it means by a chance to heal off a weapon ability slain. And I have extra resolve. Plus, I think, did I unlock that skill if I talk to an NPC I gain? Alright, I want to test this out real quick.
You warned me not to go, as if you knew what I would find among the multitudes. But if that were true, why bother with such a useless gesture? Is it our nature to bemoan the unchanging course of fate?
That might be the case, sir. Okay, next we need the durations of, okay, when I don't have enough. So I honestly feel like I'm probably just gonna buy all his stuff, just to say I bought everything on him. And I know I just keep harping on this. The whole effigy system's kind of crap, so I'm not even too concerned about not having his maxed out. Slurry tar. Dose familiar, extract more tar. Yeah, about 50 points more. Talk to me. What?
Yes.
Just like the icon to talk to her wasn't popping up. All right, the duration. Let me go ahead and get that spark kick.
Vision is a burden, my dear brother.
My dear brother.
I do not blame you for leaving this empire of sycophants and charlatans behind.
Fancy
I
words.
fear our knowledge is only a privilege afforded by our silence. Each discovery only provides our masters with more chains.
Each discovery only provides our masters with more chains.
Indeed, my good sir, indeed. All right, what else can I get? Upon harden the air to create a devastating impact while landing, resolve when a foe is struck by the blast. I could see the use behind that. Regain last chance upon defeating enough foes. So, yeah, screw it. I'm maxing out Solomon. Dump all my glimpses and tar into this guy. Oops. Oh, 26. Consume. So we're at 30. There we go.
Yes.
Maybe teal will be useful, although the poison system doesn't really even do that much. Like unless I need to upgrade the hammer or chisel so the poison is even stronger, but being able to apply poison just doesn't really do enough. So before I do that, gain a small amount of resolve when being struck by harden. Killing an enemy with a Empire Repulse has a chance to restore resolve. When holding a Sacred Gland. Isn't Sacred Glands what I had to turn in for their story? Let me get that recollection of knowledge. Yeah, let's go with that.
It would be laughable if it were not so lamentable. These so-called seers wield icons and contraptions they do not understand. They uphold laws they ignore as needed. And yet, they unearthed a tablet like nothing I'd seen before. Is this what you found?
The promise of the unknowable? So, yeah, I really do kind of wish unless the game opens up further I go, I wish there was more between these shells that kind of differentiated them a lot more. Because at least just going freaking Elden Ring and Dark Souls, like you could have the twin blade wielding. I know you can swap out weapons, so the dual wielding doesn't matter too much, but you have the dual wielding speedy guy, you can have the tank guy, you can have the archer, you can have the magician or mage, but they're all mostly melee focused, so they feel a little too samey. And let's see, Solomon gains a small amount of resolve. What is the last skill I want to buy real quick? Yeah, this could probably be useful if I get knocked out of my shell. Give me enough time to get back.
Fate is not ours to defy, only to fulfill. You're chosen, as am I, brother.
Oh, wow.
As is the unborn, ordained by the infinite. Perhaps you'll understand one day.
In death.
In death, I shall find a new purpose.
Ah, his
And
purpose
your
was to be my shell. See?
Twisted
Knew
and
what he was talking
malevolent
about.
as you are, will light the way.
Okay, and then accretion. I feel like the recollection of death, but I don't have enough tar for that. All right, so I'm gonna do one run around the area, go grab as many mushrooms as I can, and I kind of know where the next area is supposed to be at. And I don't have anything to upgrade my weapons, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to upgrade them. But I think I'll stick with the broadsword, or whatever it's called. Slaying it out on the guitar or lute. Actually, one thing I do want to test though. Somebody slap you in the face real quick. Alright, so let's see. So it says it has a chance to heal me. And I wonder if it's to screw it every time. Okay, you guys are ruining the experience, man. I killed both of you guys. So yeah, having that weapon skill that heals me on kill seems the most useful, I would say. So I don't have to worry about trying to parry and failing each time just to parry. And the attack itself is actually pretty strong. Plus I gain iframes on my attacks. Alright, yeah, Haros or shit, Solomon seems like the best shell so far. Even though I said there's not much of a difference between them. Well, at least in this case, there's enough to really warrant using them. It's useful, I think. It seems like damage resistance is also different, or it just seems that Aerodrome takes less health since he has more health to take damage with. Wait, so do I have to land while I'm hardened in here? Can't get hit? Or did I not pick up that skill? Check out real quick. So shells. Durability, stamina, resolve. Harden in the air to create a devastating area of impact upon landing. So it feels like a waste of a skill if I had to jump off a cliff and I can't just spam my jump attack for that. And so I'm kind of shitty about that, to be told. Ah, shotgun, my ass. And I stepped on the trap. And I'm about to die. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a chance to heal him. I still just can't get over the fact that he grips the blade and then swings the hill at him. It kind of doesn't make much sense. have to stay in the air and trying to figure out how this hardening on the air works, or if it even works on jump attacks. Doesn't seem like it. Just find a cliff and jump off of it, see how that works. Okay. Getting smacked in the head with a rock clears me from being stuck in the trap. Alright. So after seeing that for the harden in the air skill to work, the fact that I have to dive off a cliff for it to work, that makes the skill completely useless. Unless I have to run off like the smallest step to get it to work. Good. Trying to avoid using my healing as much as possible. Hope there's nobody behind me as well. I fucked up. He knocked my ass out. Oh. That's... I guess that makes sense. You get knocked out of your shell, and now that they're stunned, you can't go on the offense. That's... There's just a lot of systems in this game that just has me scratching my head on whether or not I like it. It's expert game design, I can't complain. And it's just annoying to exist and be annoying. That's it. Alright. I got about 10 mushrooms to heal with. Go back, get my second life back, and try to progress the story. What time is it right now? It's 3:33. So I'll probably be on till 4 o'clock. So I don't waste my whole day just playing Mortal Shell. But trying to think how I feel about the game so far. If I had to slap a number on it, I'm kind of leaning towards a 7.
Sip this.
And that's mostly
No desire to
just me being...
be unwilling.
Oh shit, my bad. That's more so just me being...
Yes.
Oh, it's Dark Souls like,
Taste the truth.
and favorite franchise. So any Dark Souls like game that's not absolutely just broken to play, is just a flat 7 to me. That's just flat 7, or really a flat 6, and then whatever you do adds to it. Like the combat's not bad. Not entirely sure how I feel about the upgrade system. It's just elements that just don't really add to the experience. Like the only way to swap weapons, as far as I know so far, is to come here. So if I go just slap into Dark Souls, you know, if I'm in an undead barge and I'm all the way in Honor Londo and I can't swap weapons until I go all the way back to the undead barge, that's kind of lame. There's fast travel in Dark Souls, there's that at least, but here, as far as I know, there's no fast travel system. And then when it comes to these shells and being able to swap them out, I haven't found a compelling reason to do so. They don't play differently. The passives that you get aren't game changing to a significant degree, in my books at least. I'm about to get clunked in the head with a rock. The effigy system that they have, and I dodged. I guess I didn't have iframes, so I dodged. But the effigy system that lets you swap on the fly, it's really, just feel like it's against you for the fact that you lose 90% of your health to swap effigies. So unless you're near the, I keep forgetting her name, but I'm just gonna call her the Firekeeper. Dark Souls references, that's all I can work with. Unless you're exactly by her to regenerate your health, then it's almost no point in swapping shells on the field. Because if it was a system of, you know, your shells maintain the HP that they have prior to the swap, I could see how they can kind of be broken, especially since the effigies, you can just purchase those and they're unlimited. I can see how that could be broken. But if they wanted to simplify it, that's when you add a decent cooldown to swapping, so you can't just swap in and out, especially in the middle of a boss fight. And I know when you get knocked out of your shield, that's basically your second life if you manage to not get smacked again before you acquire your shell back. So there's that at least, but and then when it comes to the parrying to get your health back, it's useful. I just have to find the right material, and I miss. That sucks. The right material that'll let me heal even more. There we go. I'm just trying to figure out. And there's also the AI. The AI is kind of dumb. Like, I was playing at a section where the dudes just walked themselves off the cliff. Like, they noticed me, and they tried to navigate around the arena and just walked off the edge. And it was like 2 of them that did that. Sheesh, what are the odds of triggering a health regen off of a weapon kill? Somebody's behind me. And then also with the temple section I was at earlier, the enemy placements was kind of bullshit. There's a section where there's just a whole army of freaking archers just directly in front of you, and there's no way to snipe them at a distance. I haven't found any range items that they exist in this game, so I was kind of like, oh, I guess I gotta dodge and dance my way around 20 bolts, and I'm not about to stand and fight them because their bolts do some decent damage to you. And the weapon just went flying through the air there. So I kind of do wish there's just more difference between the shells. I just keep going back to that point. Give me a solid reason, especially if it's, I know it doesn't have to be that way in terms of like this boss is giving me a problem, let me try this method, because the toolkit for the shell, like, you want to make sure you're designing it to where you don't have to use Solomon to win. But kind of like, I mean, it's just like any Souls game, you don't have to use a straight sword, you can use a great sword, but some bosses you might have a better chance with, you know, that's purely on the weapons. But if we want to talk about class builds, you know, maybe this melee's having me troubles. If I try like a spell approach, granted, you got to build your character around it. The point being is that depending on the boss you fight, you can stick to your current build or try something different. And with these shells not having much difference between them, it just removes reason to actually even try to swap out. Like, it's not like, you know, he's better at this level, he's better at this boss fight. It's just choose your favorite color. That's almost what it feels like with these shells. Like, choose your favorite color.
Waiting, found. Do not worry. 'Tis only a jest.
Not funny.
This path ahead is littered with monuments to suffering. Thought I might lighten the mood. Not that I've ever had much talent for humor.
I appreciate the attempt.
I once knew a man who took the sacrament of ashes. He laughed all the time. Now I'm rambling like an old crow.
We do that sometimes. It's okay.
Sip, aren't you?
Yeah. I just want my health back. If this is the bonfire, I'm kind of like, eh. All right. Go ahead, fight this boss. Get destroyed a few times, unlock a new weapon. Maybe the new weapons will have some good use to them. Because at least there's some difference, or a decent amount of difference with the weapons. Yeah. It's not awkward at all. Just man's standing there seeing you spaz out. She's just hiding, just standing in the corner and just like, yep, he's cool. But at least when it comes to the weapons, you have a pair of poison weapons, you have a great sword. The only issue I have is that the poison doesn't really feel too worthwhile. I want to see how much damage I do with this. It's a good amount of damage. And then the weapon arts as well, the hammer chisel kind of have an AoE attack to him. I just wish the jump hardening thing worked for jump attacks as well, but being able to spam that and get your resolve back would kind of be broken, I guess. I wasn't expecting him to flinch right there. Dodge. I didn't know if he was stuck in the animation or not. Doing the whole wind up thing, he just uppercutted me. Actually, while I'm here, let me try to get a parry off with the slow motion. Or not, because I can't parry that. Can I parry any of his attacks? That's the only one play. Alright. I'm gonna get parry off. I want to see how the slow motion works on the boss fight. Oh. There we go. I still kind of feel as though using my weapon art is better than getting time with the amount of damage I can put in. And since I have iframes on my weapon art, it's not like you would have freeze the boss and then use your weapon art to remove any type of danger. It's like just toss it out when you can. Ooh. Ah, shit. You bastard. There we go. Hello, fish. He just sinks into the water and I get swallowed by a giant fish. No, it's still... So spider crawls inside of me. So bad. And teleports me to this arena. And then a giant fish comes up and eats me to take me out of the arena. Wait. So... Is there not a spot for me to swap weapons?
Yes.
Or can I? Maybe I. Okay, let me check the anvil to see if you can swap weapons at the anvil. No, I cannot. So did I just unlock a new weapon? I can't use it. I can't. Oh, here it is. I'm blind. I'm sorry. I thought that was the NPC from the tower. I'm stupid, y'all. Don't save that. Don't clip that. And now I don't have anything. Oh, these would be useful if you could put any item in here, but I don't know. Kind of wish you just carry all your weapons at once instead and just let you swap them out on the fly. Limiting your tool set just doesn't really add to the experience in my book, honestly. Effigy of Teal. I've already used it. Alright, that's great. Would that destroy his shield? It looks like it. So that's useful. Alright, so what does the rotten food do? Frog uses. Let me try this out. Increase resolve for 3 minutes. So that's useful. Kind of wish I knew that before using it. Then I'm guessing the resolve was going to be taken away with run. Restores a small amount of HP at a large cost to resolve. That's fine. So at least going by what I have for health regen. Let's see. Quick assign that. Use 3 more times. Grants a small amount of resolve but costs HP. I don't really care about that. Restore some health at the cost of all your resolve. I'd rather have that. Doesn't take too much effort to get your resolve back. Oh shit. See, when that happens, I can't tell. That's like a enemy animation style, or the way he faded in right there. I kind of feel so maybe that was actually just animated that way. But I've had enemies literally just poof into existence, and it's not like their animation. They just appear out of nowhere. What are you doing? You just swinging off while I'm 10 miles away. Oh shit. I didn't know what he was about to do. Sprint. Alright, well, cap. At least when it comes to fighting those guys, the weapon skill would be really useful. Inscription. Stricken with wait, let me try something out. No, that wouldn't really work. Stricken with all the ills that consumed his kin, Imrod, last of the indecipherable, dragged himself before the immolation. He witnessed, as you will one day, the consecrated living flame, always becoming, always feeding, as his form flakes away in torrent ash. Knowledge. I don't know what to do with that information. Oh shit. Oh, thanks. Now, before I go through that door, let me see what's around this corner here. I thought it was just a hole. Oh. Make an offering. Wait, what did I offer? Oh shit, it's on fire. I don't know what I offered, but shit, I'm stuck at a quarter now. And I'm getting comboed. I don't know, I did something. I made an offering, the crypt open, it caught on fire, the enemy spawned in, and then the fire went away immediately, so I'm kinda confused right now. Alright. I almost feel like I should just go back and talk to the... Well, I just used the well cap. I still kind of wish I had a dedicated healing item. Because the fact that you can use your parry to either slow time or heal, but you still don't have a dedicated healing source. It's too much being put on the resolve, I guess I should say. Like you can either use it for your weapon skill, you can use it for parries, you can use it for... There we go. Ooh. Heavy attack. Dude's arms spazzing out. Alright, so I think I'm missing one more weapon. I kind of have an idea where I should go for that next. Oh shit. Stop locking on. Get out. Just look at me aside. Eat mushroom. Alright, mortal token. That would be useful. Let me familiarize myself with that. So with the mortal token, when I take damage, harden turns it to health. I feel like somebody's gonna be around this corner. Nope, they just phased in like that. You're just attacking in unison, even though... Yeah, okay. Oh shit, I can't trade blows like that. Thought my harden was ready. Yeah. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Oh, these guys smell. So I'm guessing I can't heal off of it if I don't have any resolve available. I said that trap, yep. Fire a bronze spell used to Vice, Vesper, Heims, and Rituals. Go ahead, try that. Gain 10% more tar for 6 minutes. Just a little. There we go. So wait, what is that buff I got in the middle? It's the bell and the tar symbol at the same time. All right, someone sees me. Is that a? Oh, shit. Okay. He's checking fireballs at me. I'm just wait for a bit. Let me regen my health real quick. All right, so the nice thing is that the mushrooms don't overlap, or not overlap, but reset the other. I'm trying to think of what game I play. Been playing the first Dying Light. You use a freaking potion, it just resets the. Doesn't reset actually, just does nothing. Somebody's on my right. Fire up headphones and I'm on fire. This is probably a bad spot. Ah shit, I'm just making it worse. Shit. Ah fuck. The nice thing is that some of these enemies don't have like a sense of urgency. Like they'll just walk towards you as you run away from them. I was not expecting the fireball to fly at me that fast. Wait, what up? Just like 3 enemies on my left and I'll lock onto that random thing in the corner. Come back. Shit. This is bad. Okay, the lock-on system is kind of throwing me off because I had the big knight guy directly in front of me. He locks on to the one in the back. Don't throw myself in the hole. I picked it up. 2 glimpses. Out of all the enemies I've killed up to this point, I've only gotten 2 glimpses that I can recall. And that was that one pickup. So that's kind of why I'm not a fan of your glimpse, and I think your tar as well. It might just be your glimpses are exclusive to one character. I forgot I had the Spartan kick available. So, but I guess when to sum up the biggest gripes, there's too many systems I feel like are against the player versus more so that are useful to the player. So like with the Spartan kick is useful, but the fact that your glimpses are tied to the heal or super tank, but the glimpses are tied to drops. So I Spartan kicked a few enemies off the map before, but if they dropped the glimpse, well, the glimpse fell down with them, and that's fine if it's like they dropped a mushroom or a token, you know, some consumable that heals you or something like that. That's fine, but glimpse, since they're tied to leveling up and you can possibly lose them because you kicked dude off the cliff because you didn't want to fight him, that's kind of dumb. Nope. Damn it, I thought it was further back. I know there are passes I could unlock that increases the odds to drop a glimpse, but all right, prayer of contrition. I never really figured out what these scriptures do. Next prayer refunds small success. And this one is next prayer lights enemy on fire on success, and I can stack them. So that's nice. Okay, thank you. Shit. And the fact that I took damage from dude, well, I didn't even take damage, I just flinched because he spawned in. It was kind of hilarious. What the hell? Ah, shit. Run. Ah! Teleporting bastard. And I thought I locked on, so I just attacked at the air. I'm just doing something. I'm get cornered and slapped like crazy, and I can't climb over that ledge. Oh shit. So that's where the fire came from. These guys, I fought people like them, and they create like earth spikes, and these guys create fire traps. I don't know why. Whenever I fight these guys, for whatever reason, I forget to use Harden, like every time. Wait, where'd the other guy go? So there was 3 of them. I killed 2 of them, and the other guy kind of like vanished. And I think he's invisible or he's stuck beneath me, because I can't find him, but he's still trying to attack me. So I feel as though he's stuck down below or something. That being said, I'm just gonna leave. Alright, not much for HP, so I gotta get good with my parries or start getting smacked in the face like a dumbass. Easy, right? Shit. Suck on the environment. He's doing something. Okay, there we go. Again, the AI is not that smart in this game. Let me check this hallway. Oh shit, never mind. Should I go for the parry? Okay, there we go. Alright, swelling harmony bursts forth when this object is struck. Almost sounds like some type of weapon, but try it out. Fire tar guy. But these guys just walk up to you the way they do every so. Get some. I think Arden's gonna wear off at the worst time. Okay, I'm back. So at least when it comes to the weapon variety, you see that the flaming torch has fire. The broadsword is just pure damage, and the chisel and hammer are poison. So I'm curious what the last one is going to be. At least when it comes to the map design, Solomon offering, and this feels a lot better than the first temple I went through, which was like weird teleport puzzle. The level design wasn't really interesting in any worthwhile ways. It's kind of just really bland. And granted, here is just I mean, I just prefer this type of scene. Oh shit, he just popped up out of nowhere. I feel like he did. Just kind of froze in place right there. Strike a pose. Let's say without my weapon skill, breaking the shield. Next time, I should pick up the glimpse. Next time, what I'll try is see how well the Spartan kick works when they're with the shields up. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, where the enemies just fade into existence. And in this case, I guess it's beneficial for me because, you know, instead of fighting two of them at once, I have to fight one at a time, but it's still weird. And not in a good, quirky way. It's just like, that's this weird design that doesn't really make sense. That's why I was like, the fire dude with the knight that spawned into place, is that just his character animation? Like the guys that are just like floating skeletons, they teleport, so they fade in and out. But then you just have basic knights like them that just don't exist until you get close enough to their spawn area, and then they just materialize in front of you, which is really weird. Did I fuck up? Oh, it's locked. Okay. All right, so I guess I gotta go through certain. What's this? Oh, okay. There we go. Quenching acid, so I can actually upgrade my weapons. Acquire item Scripture of Despair. The scripture is crumbled as if once discarded. Can I open this door? Oh shit! That scared me for a second. Is it a shortcut? Yeah. Well, I guess I gotta go all the way around back and glimpse of wisdom. That's fine. Oh shit. Why are you locking on to that one? All the way over there. Yeah, pretty much every time I lead into engagement, I prefer using the jump attack because it carries some momentum. When you run and do a light attack, it kind of just stops your character movement. There's like no running light attack, which is odd to me. Shit, I am getting smacked by the fireball. Skills. I'm pretty sure he does like a little ground pound, so I'll just wait for him. Kind of debating on if I should run back to upgrade my weapon now that I have the acid, or just hold off on it. I probably should check, test out the way that, like, the way the enemies just kind of attack without you really being in proper proximity is weird. I mean, it kind of makes sense if I back off in time when I'm right up on top of them, but those two kind of just attack even though I'm like 10 feet away from them. I just want to show how good they are with unison. And there was an awkward little squeal in the back. Oh, hey.
You look parched, curious. How even a creature like yourself must endure the indignities of the flesh. Such burdens are these disciples are a gruesome sort. But you must admire their
Yeah, sure.
You know that beneath their hoods and veils, there's nothing much at all. Just scraped bone and tattered, packed with the sacred ashes. It has a certain allure. Asceticism is not far from vanity. Now let us sate your thirst, unless you're also foregoing your primordial desire.
No, I kind of need you so I can level up my character. Let me actually go ahead and pick that out. Or what's the skill? Well, I think that'll be the last skill.
It's gibberish. Familiar signs and symbols etched by a human hand in my own tongue. Yet they're arranged without any discernible logic.
You know, I said I'd be done at 4, but I'm kind of invested at the moment.
Concentric circles, interspersed with figures that resemble mathematical formulae. It means nothing, I'm certain. But I can't look away.
Now, having the shells kind of have like their own background story, their own lore, is a good thing. I'm trying to find the best way to word it, but I like having that there, so you can kind of learn about their background story, about the shell that you're inhabiting. It's just, again, I kind of wish less about the lore reasons to use them and more of the gameplay aspects to use them. And if I go to the shells and you go to, like, you can see the stat difference between them here. It's like with Solomon, he's got, he's got? Decent. He's not the best at stamina. He has the best resolve, and durability is okay. And Haros here, he's just middle of the road for everything. Now I see that there are shades, and I'm not sure I know what that's for. And of course, Edrom, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, has the best durability, stamina, and resolve. And durability just means the HP. And Teal's got the best stamina. And me personally, I haven't really found, your stamina comes back at a decent pace, so I haven't really found the best purpose of Teal. I don't have any shades to use. And this is just all the lore and tutorial little. The way it just tilts open like that is kind of hilarious. But I just wonder why they don't have it to where every time you come across this character, there's a weapon bench,
Overindulge.
or at least like a way for me to swap out my weapons.
You're not ready.
Because the only way I can swap out my weapons is to go all the way back to that tower I was at, where I was with the crypt and all the bodies or all the shells. So I'm kind of, unless I use the item from the starting area, I'm stuck with the sword all the way until I clear the stage, essentially. Oops. Right, looking around to make sure no one else pops into existence on me. That's cool, man. Stab. Yeah, so I knew I was gonna whiff. That's one of the reasons when it happens, it's really annoying, but you can easily whip with the weapon skill of this one. Yeah, I tried to use my weapon art, but went for a parry instead for whatever reason. Get out. Alright, so since I got bodied, I'm just gonna go back and get my health back. Now I do have the skills active to where once I parry I get resolve back, and then I also catch the enemy on fire, so we're gonna try to do better this time. Pretty sure there's a guy at the top of the stairs, but since they're so close to her, do not. Huh. Okay, never mind then. Kind of expected all enemies to spawn in, but I guess there's some key enemies that don't spawn in again. All right, so this is the last coffin. Why did I do that? God damn it. That was a misinput on my end. I didn't mean to throw myself off the cliff. Alright, I think that's a good stopping point. Yeah, no. Literally right there to grab the last crit, and I just threw myself. I threw myself off.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
I appreciate it, thanks. I did run into a problem when I started playing this game. I fell off a cliff, but it was like a ledge to keep me from dying, but there's no way off. So once I came back, I had to kill myself essentially. And when I went back to the area, my souls were essentially just stuck down there in my tower. So I was kind of just screwed. All the health that I got from the previous boss fight gone because I couldn't pick it back up. So I was about to try to see if I could cheat the system if I die with the mushroom instantly cool down, because if so, I'd just spend my time throwing myself off a cliff on purpose just to quickly get the mushroom to spawn back in. Maybe that's a design decision, seeing as that there's a whole animation for it, but it's just weird. Restore your ability to reclaim your spell upon death. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have used that. Somebody's right behind me. No. Just gonna roll this way. There we go. No idea what these runes say, but Sanctum of Flame. Anything worth? Is that a? Looks like an enemy down there. Just let me. Do I have any more mushrooms? Is that me eating a mushroom? That is somebody else's down below me. I didn't activate that. And depending on how much health I lose on. God damn it. But depending on how much health I lose with the alcohol when I find the boss, just spam the resolve or mini boss. Or I can just whiff my attack like that. I'll whiff again. Almost did. I want to try that trick of landing off the ground. Or I guess it doesn't work on a small steps like that. I'm pressing on the wrong buttons right now. Tried to use the alcohol to get my resolve back. Instead, I kind of use my Spartan kick instead. It would be nice if I missed less. I just yes. Small thing here, but I kind of wish all the enemies didn't sound the same when they die. All right, so that's a boss fight. And I kind of hope the start of this fight isn't the same as the one I fought before, where it drops me into the arena, and the arena drop literally took half my health. Go fight now. That's so stupid. Somebody else is spawning in something. Sounds like it. Oh, this is boss ring. I'm just gonna run back and heal up, and then come back. Seeing as I'm this far though, kind of feels like I should use aerodrome instead. So this is the one instance where I could just, if I have the materials to do so, I'll probably wasted them all just experimenting. Okay, so it's a shortcut. So I really do prefer this level than the first level I was in, where I had to go through teleporters and turn off all the torches just to progress the area. It was just Then there's a whole bunch of archers stationed up top, and I had to climb this tall staircase with enemies everywhere, and the enemy placement was just... I could just go on and on how bad that location was. Alright, yep. Oops. Go ahead and consume it. At least it seemed to heal me a little bit, so there's that.
Sip this.
So if I was really on my last leg and I needed health, I could use I could just use air drone right there. Or use the effigy if I was really hurting. Wonder if that works with bosses. That was the wrong thing I wanted to use. It was a glimpse I wanted.
Sip this and you.
Do I have enough? Enemies are alone. Do not. Now, I kind of don't want to use this one because it's going to give me more than I would like, but I know 4 is fine actually.
Yes.
The impoverished souls waited for judgment. Their heads were bowed, lips moving as they recited the martyr's hymn. My blade fell upon the first neck, but bone and sinew held fast. By the second blow, the remaining devout fled
Into the darkness. Well, no, I added that last bit. All right. Run. Yep, 2 times. Nice. Okay. The little sound effect when you're alerted is kind of useful, but also kind of funny when it just activates back to back. Alright, so the last boss was like a mutated gladiator with his... Oh, she's right here. I'll walk right past her. I ran all the way back from the... Well, I got the well cap, so I guess that's fine.
The body is a tainted. I do well.
Sorry, I'm just kind of just reading past dialogue and let it play out.
Pleasures of the flesh.
Oh, what you mean by that?
I once thought we were alike. These disciples and I, wayward soul, consecrated by ragged edge and raging flame. They seek only to be one with their emoliating God. I pray that you do not find yourself upon the pyre.
I don't need a sip. I'm good.
I have no desire to initiate the unwilling.
Please don't drop me into the arena. Please don't drop me into the arena. Last time I didn't even get to drink from it. I think I just tried to pick it up and it just fell. Man, if it's not spiders crawling inside of them, it's him drinking some questionable fluids that's left in the cup. They get some every time. Damn, he's swole. He got that fat muscle. Hey, he's got some speed to him. As long as I don't miss that attack, we're good. That's a really strong weapon skill. Cool. Just gonna stand here. The same thing like the first boss would be a stage 2 to this. Stage 2 is when he loses his armor. Yeah, we have to fight a boss that's actually really challenging. Granted, the hardening system is such a crutch. I don't know, crutch? Useful. Can't really call it a crutch if it's part of the game, I guess. But it's such a useful tool, like this harden, let them attack, hit attack. Granted, at that point, it is a question of like, okay, it's no different than making a tire shield and Dark Souls or Elden Ring just blocking your way to victory. There's no real punish here. Have your hardening destroyed. And then having iframes on your weapon arts are just so useful. You just forego any type of planning, just easily got it. Wait, just cancel his attack animation? I was about to say, there's not round 3, is it? Glimpse of used to gain glimpse of annihilation. All right, so that's actually pretty easy. The first boss that I fought, which was like a shielded gladiator with a growth on his stomach, so you have to worry about range attacks as well as him blocking and doing jump attacks. This boss was really simple, and this is why it kills you. Inflamed gland. So having the environment shift though after picking up these glands from bosses is kind of an interesting thing, because it's like the first level I think I hated it, the idea of having to go back through the stage again, because I just did not like the stage. Whereas here I got to walk back to the entrance, but and I also got shortcuts unlocked, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess. But I think there's also
Your triumph is nothing short of
not necessarily of different enemy placements though. I'm trying to recall if the first area had different enemy placements.
The purest sacrament.
Now the map changed outside of the dungeon.
Not meant for you or I, and yet it is all we hunger, whether lost or devout. Such a rare gift arouses covetous desire. Remain wary and keep it.
Yeah, get the health. Alright, so I'm gonna stick with Airdrum for now. Kinda don't wanna swap over to Solomon. What's this? Bow cap? Okay. Granted, just having 7 of the speed run through here would be nice. So yeah, the area changes apparently with the enemy placements and which enemies you're facing after you beat the boss, so it's not that big of a problem. I'll just run past everybody. It's okay. And some of the locations that you went through are blocked off, so yeah, there we go. Never mind then. I was like, I got shortcuts available, but I could just run past everyone. Shortcut here. Yeah, I can't really be bothered to fight these guys, so sorry. It's a race to the end. He just fades in. Oh shit! Why did you lock onto the guy behind you instead of the dude in front of you? All right, so as far as I know, there is no fast travel, so I gotta walk all the way back to the crypt just to drop off this item. And I really want to see what the upgrade to the seal is going to be next. So I have parries lead to healing, parry leads to realm shifts from God of War or Witch Time, Bayonetta. And next is, we'll see. I want to get this weapon to try real quick. Oh shit, there's no jump attack with it. And so the section of the map that leads into the dungeon area changes after you pick up the gland. So it plays that a little bit, but I kind of wish it was a change of enemies and not just the same type of guys such as these feral, whatever they're called. It was like all the villagers or whatever they're called died, so. Oh, okay. Acquire item, tarnished mask. So after, it seems that after, so previously these guys, I think these were locked. So after I clear the section or the dungeon that's closest to them, then they become broken or smashed open. So now they're unlocked. Let's go this way. Just gonna wait. It's got a decent wind up attack to it. Get off me, get off me. This is a bad spot. Or, okay, I don't know what this did, but we're clear now. This is bad. I was kind of hoping to turn around and do a spin attack. I'm not too much of a fan of this weapon now. I have my weapon art. Ah, shit. Yeah, we fucked up. Retreat! Guess this word repair would come into play if I was good at it. These guys can track me. Run! At least this thing has reach to it. And the audio glitches out sometime. Shit. kind of want to get back to the base, but I don't even know where I'm exactly going. So this is why I kind of prefer to jump attack. He can hurt this button. All right, let's see what I got to heal with. Do I not have a rat on the stick? That's like the only piece of bread I found through the whole game. Actually, I feel like I should just run past him. That's for when it happens. I guess the question is, am I doing a good thing or the bad thing from getting these clans or whatever? Just want to grab that real quick. Have to do a quick little run around. Yeah, so I learned my lesson the first time I got pounced on from the air. Escape into the hole. Yeah, every time I go through the little tunnel sections, it kind of throws me off because there's no animation that go into the hole, but then there's like two fades of black just to... I know it's minor nitpicks. It's not game breaking, but I can't help but point out when I'm just like, some of these design decisions just aren't really necessary, and it's just awkward when it happens every time. Is there... Oh no. Is that a giant sword or spear? It's like a giant sword.
You should be dead. Solomon. No, it can't be.
Oh, but it is.
I see it's only...
So that's another interesting thing that they do have when it comes to the shells, is that the lore you learn from unlocking skills, but also
Silence gives it away.
the characters have connections to the different shells.
Babbling on and
So in this case, he's got connection to Solomon, and Firekeeper, whose name I always forget, has
such impossible
connections with Teal, the roguelike one.
contradicting himself beautifully. I do miss him. Unfortunately, my dear brother spent too much time beneath those infinite columns. He promised to turn tar into true nectar, and he succeeded. I witnessed the world birthed from the fires of heaven.
Definitely, if I manage to beat this, I'm gonna look up a whole lore recap.
Place. Such a gift. But when the vision ended, he stared at me with revulsion.
Yeah, here's
What a relief. Or worse, that you... Now, bring it here.
I already gave it to you, man.
Yes, closer. That fragrance.
Smell good, man.
It's almost enough to revive the memories of the frantic past. The true nectar from this sacred land holds but a fraction of its potency. How many unprepared minds have been shattered by consuming this pulp?
Oh man, you're good, man.
You have one final temple left to discover. Hurry on, and return to me.
All right, tarnished shield and fusion upgrade. So what do I have now? Was that parry and it catches on fire? The old prisoner has infused your seal with some of the true nectar he extracted from the inflamed gland. When empowered by resolve, your repulse will attach a charged larva to your enemy, which explodes. Now that's interesting. And I say that because the first enemy was fire boss, so that makes sense to get some type of fire related seal bonus or infusion. But then the first boss you fought had nothing to do with time as far as I'm aware, unless it's more so the seal and less of the location. And then you get this time manipulating seal from some weird growth out of a skull's mouth. So, but since I got that, I think this is really good stopping point. One more weapon to find, one more true nectar to find, and I'm sure there's more. Otherwise, it's a pretty short game, but I think people say it's about like a 10-hour completion if you're just going for, you know, the main campaign. So I appreciate those that hung around just to, if I'm just, you know, background noise, that's fine. I appreciate y'all being here, man. That's about it. Probably continue tomorrow. Come back when you can. I don't have a set schedule, so you'll probably just see me streaming, but if you got any feedback, shit, I don't have a dedicated location to send the feedback. I guess my Twitter account, whatever. But again, appreciate whoever stuck around to hear me ramble. And I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Y'all have a good Sunday.